Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM, which comes in 1/48 scale. This is an aircraft kit which copies Bristol Beaufort Mk.I, and it's a World War II British torpedo bomber. Kit number is 48310, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. And it will be interesting to check what is actually supplied in this completely new tooled plastic, and we are going to open it together with you. So first of all, I have to note that the packaging is typical for this brand. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art here. On the side you'll find some information about the kit as well as the short history note, and there are 217 parts and wingspan will be 368 millimeters. And here on the other side you can see 5 marking options which are included here, but I hope that maybe we'll get even more, because usually ICM surprises us with small gifts in the package. So now I'm going to cut through the seals. As you can see, I cut through one, so now we are going to remove other ones. And of course, a small reminder that all of them should be intact if you're buying the new kit, because otherwise it means that somebody was opening it before you. And also, I will remind you that you can support us with a small donation. It's quite easy thing to do, but it's very helpful for us because it will let us get some new kits, or maybe upgrade equipment, or maybe introduce something new to our reviews. So what I'm doing now is trying to remove the top cover because it sits very tight on the white cardboard box. Here you can see it with your own eyes. And now let's open this white box. So here you can see we have the assembly manual on the top. We have all the plastic parts packed into one plastic bag. So now I'm going to remove it here and we will check everything one by one. So just give me a second. Oops, sorry. Box is too big. Okay, so it's, as I said, it's a resealable plastic bag, and I'm removing all the sprues out of it. And I suggest we start with a clear frame, which is supplied in the separate plastic bag here. And of course it includes all the canopy parts for this kit. So let's place it somewhere here. Zoom in, and now you can see what I'm talking about. So overall molding quality looks fine, and all the canopy parts also look good. So it's just a matter of careful masking of them, and usually ICM includes some mask templates in such kits, so I hope this kit will not be an exclusion. Or maybe you will be able to get some aftermarket masks which will speed up the overall process and help you focus on some other things instead of trying to cut out small stickers. Next we continue with the first gray plastic sprue. So here we have Fuselage halves, and both are molded together with a tail fin but without rudder, so I need to zoom out a bit. The external features, they include the recessed panel lines. Here we have also installation slots for the wings. I guess there will be bulkheads with the tabs going outside. And if I flip it over, here inside you can see some minor interior features, so let's zoom in so that you can understand what I'm talking about. And this is really good that actually we have some internal details as well. We also have guiding pins here, for example, you can see on the tail fin tip, and it will be helpful because these fuselage halves are not small. It's a 1/48 scale kit, so you should keep it in mind while assessing this kit. Next we continue with the Torpedo. So this one might be familiar to some of you because it was released as a separate kit before, and I was actually wondering why it was released as a separate kit. So yes, because it is also supplied in this today's model, and overall quality here I like it. We have also a special trolley for, let's say, depicting this torpedo in a transport position, but it will be up to you if you would like to depict it close to the aircraft or you would like to have it inside the aircraft. Next we continue with the machine gun turret, as far as you can see. So here it is. And it's really cool that all these parts are actually molded separately. They are not somehow simplified, even though this one might be a bit tricky to paint. But overall design looks interesting, and I think we have to see how it will be getting together in the assembly manual instructions. Next, we continue with two identical plastic frames, so I will show you only one because they carry the same set of parts. And as you can guess, we have here the engine parts and also engine gear parts. So let's not zoom out, actually zoom in even more a bit, so that you can see first all these parts closer. We have, as I said, engine gear parts which look sturdy. Maybe I would exchange the wheels for the resin replacement, but engine parts look good. And let's not forget that we get it as a standard package. You do not have to get anything extra, and I have no doubt that we will hear or see some aftermarket from various manufacturers made out of resin, and will be really good thing to upgrade in a 1/48 scale build. So now I'm trying to take another plastic sprue here. I'm not clear how to remove it. Okay, now it's out. And here it is. So here again we have a mix of parts, and if I zoom in here you can understand what I'm talking about. So we have a lot of external panels for the landing gear wheels, also for the bomb bay. We have the engine bonnets, actually the front sections, they should be assembled out of two halves. Quite surprising design, to be honest, because I would rather have them as a one-piece parts, but at least we have these cooling flaps molded as a single-piece parts, which is rather unexpected, because this part is actually not that important to be molded as a single ring. And here, by the way, you can see the elevators, and if I flip it over here in the cowling parts, you can see some guiding elements which will help you with alignment. But still, you will have to be careful while joining this stuff, because every mistake will be visible in such visible spots, so that's why you have to pay attention while joining them together. Next, we continue with the bigger plastic sprues. So this one is also dedicated to various fuselage panels. We also have the bulkheads for the wings, as I said before. We have the rudder here, we have internal walls, we have also some parts for engine gondolas and also for main wheel wells. And here, by the way, you can see some cockpit parts. So if I zoom in, here they are. And again, everything, all of this stuff, it looks nice for out-of-the-box features, but at the same time I have to say that I'm certain that you'll get some P upgrades from aftermarket, which will get the overall details to another level. And here, by the way, we can have a look at the last gray plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to wing parts. Obviously one side or each side should be glued out of two halves. We have external features in form of recessed panel lines. We have also separate wing mechanization, as you can see here. And if I flip it over here inside, you can see some guiding elements which will help you with overall alignment. But all in all, it looks quite fine. We have guiding elements, so you shouldn't be worried about huge wingspan of this aircraft model. Next, we continue with the Decals sheet. So this one is hidden in the assembly manual, and I'm going to take it out right now. So there is no word where it was printed, but as you can see, printing quality is really nice, just like with any other ICM kit, and it's just a matter of careful application. We have some stencils here. We also have some interior decals, but as I said before, if you want more features, maybe it would be a smart idea to get some aftermarket PE, so that you can get all of the cockpit things in your model. And believe me, it will be visible due to the canopy design on this aircraft. Okay, so we continue with assembly manual. This one is provided with in form of a large brochure. As you can see, 2 history notes in different languages. Then we continue with the parts map here. Surprisingly, only a few parts will stay untouched, so keep in mind that you have to preserve everything intact. Then we start assembly here with the assembly of the interior. So as you can see, a lot of stuff going inside the aircraft, and this is quite interesting design because, as you can see, it's a combination of various panels together. So maybe it would be a wise idea to do some dry fitment before gluing everything into place, because you might get the wrong fitment and then it will be tricky to fix it, especially considering that it also has influence on the fitment of the opposite fuselage half. Here we also have the canopy installation, and then we continue with the nose assembly. So due to its design, as you can see, the nose section is assembled out of separate panels. Then we start working on the wing, and there, by the way, we have the choice between the wing flaps. Here we continue with another side of the wing. So as I said before, both sides are hinged or installed on these large supports from the bulkhead. And then we continue working on the, let's say, belly of this aircraft. We install engine gondolas, then we install the landing gear. So here we have also quite a complex design, so it would be a shame not to add some brake lines or some piping so that the overall result will look even more convincing. Here we start working on the engines. So with the engines, as I'm always saying with ICM kits, try to think of how to expose one of the engines, because it's a good idea to show what is hidden underneath the engine cowlings. And if you put these frontal cowlings parts into place, it will be visible only from the front aspect, and this is not a, I would say, really flattering view, and some viewers will not be able to understand what is actually assembled inside. Next we continue with the landing gear doors, also bomb bay doors, so you can assemble them in several variants, open or closed, I mean the bomb bay doors. Here we start working with the machine gun area. We assemble all this stuff together, including the torpedo, and here we have the masking templates for the canopy. This is really cool because it is handy with this amount of the clear parts on the aircraft. So next we continue with the marking guide. So these ones are printed in form of quite detailed schemes. As you can see, we are already on the 4th marking option, and here is the 5th one. So in total we have 5 marking options, and this is really cool for a 1/48 scale kit, especially considering that all this stuff coming out of the box. So the new kit should be already available. You can get it in Model Max, for example, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.